Well, it's Sammo back again and my garden allotment. Well, welcome back everyone. It's only been a day since my last video, but the main reason is there's quite a bit going on now, so I'm trying to keep these videos in shorter segments. There's so much going on now, I could probably do half an hour to an hour updates and what have you. But I thought I'd try and keep it down to about 15 minutes, so I'm going to do little bits and a bit more often, just to make it a bit easier for you guys out there to watch my videos. So you've seen us yesterday do me carrots and parsnips, so they are all in there, as you can probably hear. They're getting a good watering. It's very cool and very wet, but hopefully things will be alright. So like I say, I'll try and keep this quick walk around me back garden as short as I possibly can. So I apologise if I seem to be rushing it, but like I say, I'm trying to keep these videos short. So today is Monday, the 4th of the 4th. I've got the car in for an MOT, so I've got the day off work, and the wife is looking after me mum. So I've got the day to myself, and just a little side thing here. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I've probably got a world record. Not a world record probably everyone would like. It's bad luck. And just to keep it very short, because I don't wallow in self-pity and all that, so I just get on with it. But I've had probably quite a bit of bad luck over the past 2 years. As I said, to keep it short, basically, about 2 years ago, my dad went out jogging, as he normally does. He's 82, or he was 80 when it happened. Does a 6-mile jog, or he did, every year, and very fit fella for his age, very fit, did half marathons and all that. But yeah, went out for a jog one day, didn't come back. So we're starting to get a bit concerned, and after a couple of hours, one of our relatives comes in with my dad and said he was lost, didn't know where he was, didn't know how to get home. So we're a bit amazed by this, and went to the doctors and hospital and what have you. Turns out he's got Alzheimer's. So that was 2 years ago. Now he's in a home. He suffered terrible mood swings and stuff like that. He's now 2 years on, and he's hardly got any memory now. Barely recognises us, so that was a bit devastating for the family to see such a athletic and healthy man go from that to this shell of a man that just sits in a chair all day now. So there was that, and then it was only a couple of months after we found out about my dad that we found out about my mum, and she was found out to have cancer. So she was given 3 to 6 months 2 years ago, and she's still with us. Her health has declined now, unfortunately, but yeah, she's still with us. She's a battler, so we'll see how that goes. What else is there? Oh yes, a year ago, the wife wasn't feeling too grand. Obviously, the stress and the strains of what's going on. Went to the doctors. What was it? Yeah, she had one of these routine blood tests and found out that her calcium was dangerously high. So she had to be rushed into hospital. Had emergency drips put in her to flush out all this calcium. And then when they investigated further, they found sort of these masses inside her body. So they thought she had cancer. Did more tests and all this, that and the other, and she's found out she's got sarcoma, which is not life-threatening, but it does affect your general health. Shouldn't have a good days and bad days. So there was that stressed us all out. And then Christmas Eve, the dog hurt his foot, and we took him to the vet. It wasn't healing up like it should, so the vet looked at it, did various biopsies, cost us a fortune, and turned out he had cancer in his foot, in his toe. So, cut the long story short, it was he had to have his toe amputated, but to be honest, we don't know if he's got it elsewhere and what have you. He's 14-year-old. He's not a young dog. Yeah. So all in all, cancers and Alzheimer's, pet not being well, the wife not being well. So I think I must have some sort of world record there for bad luck. I mean, if I was on a radio show like you hear, and you know, you phone in with bad luck stories and you get a holiday, well, I think I could retire on the bad luck I've had, but you just gotta get on with it, you know. I try my best not to let it get us down, but some days are a bit harder than others. But anyway, I'm waffling on. People who've watching this video for the first time is probably thinking, what the hell is this channel? I thought it was about gardening and he's just going on about how crap his life is. But I apologise. I just thought I'd mention that because obviously there's health issues in the family, so there might be times in the near future where I might not release videos for a while, so it's a bit of a heads up for you. So yeah, enough of that. Let's do some gardening, eh? So let's go for it. Yeah, the only reason I went through that little sort of rant, as it were, with my bad luck is that I do think this gardening, this growing veg and what have you, has helped us to cope. It's helped us to take my mind off it when it was playing on my mind, and generally just preoccupy us rather than thinking about the bad things. Gives us something to be sort of positive about, you know. So one little tip from me is, if you're feeling down, get yourself out there, get some growing done. Even if it's just a pot and you grow a flower or one solitary cauliflower, something like that, or one tomato plant, give it a go. I'm sure that it does help. So I'll leave it there. On with the next clip. Here, I might as well give you a very brief tour. The tomatoes in here that I tried to harden off, but I hadn't really done a good job of it. They're trying to hold on. I've removed all the sort of dead. That one needs trimming back, but I've tried to prune back as best I can all the dead stuff or dying stuff. Needs a bit more. But as I say, in a second you'll see some of the tomato seedlings I've got, so I'm not worried. These are me mammoth onions, and I'm getting really pleased with these. These are getting to be quite a size now. So I don't think there's any signs of roots coming through yet, so he's not quite ready yet to pot up. Peas and broad beans all starting to fly now. I've got loads of flowers doing really well. Strawberries all starting to get new leaves on them now, so doing well there. Cauliflowers, a few have died off, not quite sure why, but I've got 4 good strong ones there, so that's alright. I'll sow a few more. Me cleomes, which have been in here since the 8th of January, never showed any sign of life, but now, bang, there's about 5 or 6 of them germinated there. So yeah, that's a nice surprise. All my potatoes in here, my first earlies, and outside, which is all along there, including my main crop. No sign, but I'm not expecting it to really sort of show yet. As I say, I've done my carrots in there, my first set of carrots. Nothing in these yet. I'm waiting for me cauliflower and cabbage to grow a bit more, and before I put them out. In here, my goji berry plant is absolutely romping away now. Absolutely loving it in here. So I think I might get a canny crop of goji berries this year. Asparagus, there's a tip pointing up. Nothing round. Oh yeah, there you are. There's a. I didn't see him, but there's a spear. He's just appeared in the last couple of days. So the asparagus is kicking into life, I think. So that's good. These. Well, these two anyway. These shallots that I've overwintered, they're trying to do the best, but at the minute they're getting hammered by green fly. Doing my best to try and keep it under control, but the green fly are loving it in there at the minute. The garlic, I mean, this Solent white stuff is absolutely flying away now. Getting taller by the day. This now, so that's doing well. The Marco, not as well, but it's in there. We'll see what happens. Pickling onions coming along nicely. These are my Zabroon, which are starting to shoot up now. I've done some autumn giant leeks for a pot or two. These are my spring onions, some absolutely romping away, some cells they're only just starting to come through now, so but spring onions there. I've got some Santero onions from seed in here, doing alright, all sort of getting like a second leaf now, so that's good. Some leftover onion sets. These through here are my Golden Sun shallots, and they're doing fantastic. I'll be putting them in containers within the next week or two. The Santero beetroot, I sowed some and practically everyone germinated, so I've put them on in here for them to grow on a bit, and then once the weather warms up a little bit more, I'll be putting it into one or two of my containers. Lango shallots, these are doing absolutely fantastic. I mean, these are like a banana shallot, like a zabroon, and these are really good, so I think these might be ready to go outside into a pot, so that might be a job for me today. Those at the back are baby leeks, and they're coming along alright. These are my red barren onions, for a pot or two. They're doing alright. And lettuce, doing fantastic. Garlic chives coming along a treat. There's some tomatoes, and I'll show you them properly in a minute. I've got some Savoy cabbage just taken over, and then that tray has just got a row of a different flower. So there's Cosmos, Lagarus, which is ornamental grass, there's Nemophila, some poppies, as I say, Cosmos, pansies that I thought weren't going to grow, they've appeared now. And this is another tray of flowers, and I've got Saltaglossus there, snapdragons, some zinnias in there, some more cleomes, because I thought the other ones weren't going to grow, and they're coming through. Aquilegias, one or two popping through, and Echinacea haven't appeared yet, but plenty of time for them. So yeah, things really coming along. As I say, I wasn't that concerned with me tomatoes not hardening off properly. I'm just feeling my way through how quickly things grow under the grow light, and because they're really pampered in there, they take that little bit more, I think, hardening off. So I probably rushed that a bit too much, but I'm learning. Next year I'll be better at this. So yeah, so I sowed the ones you're seeing again, because I've got loads of seeds, and as you can see, these are just growing in the greenhouse, no grow lights or anything, so they're practically hardened off anyway, just being in the cool greenhouse. But as you can see, they're all coming along smashing. We have Moneymaker, a couple of indigo rose have grown there. There's about 6 or 7 San Mazzanos. There's about another 6 Scarlato tomatoes, and about 5 Gardener's Delight there. And then in the other one, which you've seen before, I've got, I don't know if they've got nibbled at, but the growing tip of them are not quite right, but I do have one good outdoor girl. I've got about 5 red cherry tomatoes, and then these have just appeared in the last couple of days. These are the Principe Borghese, which are a sun-dried type of tomato. So I've got some of them coming through. So, and as I say again, these are in just an 8-watt heated propagator, which just, the ambient temperature at the moment on a night time is about 3-4 degrees. It'll raise that by about 2 or 3 degrees above that. So these tomatoes and lettuce and what have you are not going below around about 7 degrees. So and as you can see, they're loving it in there, so that's good. So I've got my tomato backups there, and it's still pretty cool around here, so there's no rush in, well, there's no chance of growing anything really quickly at the moment. It's just far too cold. But it is warming up. It's absolutely glorious today. Yeah, things are looking a lot rosier at the moment. What I might do is transplant a couple of the tomatoes that I'll hopefully grow on, and just to protect them, keep them in this greenhouse in a greenhouse. Again, keeps it a couple of degrees above the ambient, so that'll be good. They'll be alright in there, I'm sure. So yeah, that's it really. Everything, these greenhouses are absolutely packed with stuff now, just waiting for the weather to really start to take a turn for the better and warm up, and then all this can like go out into all the various pots I've got ready. As I say, I've got all there, and I've got a few more pots, got them cheap. So I've got loads of pots just standing empty. It's just I've got to wait until, sorry about that, I've just got to wait until the weather gets better, really. We're getting a lot of rain at the moment, a bit blustery wind, but it's not too bad, not too bad. Just thought, this is me cloche with some potatoes in. These need a water, but no sign of anything in here either, but I'm not expecting it. Garlic, doing well. Oh yeah, and I've got some cauliflowers in here, and I just had a sneaky peek, and don't know if you can see, there you go, starting to get some collies. Yippee! So they'll swell up quite nicely, hopefully. And well, they're a little, that one and that one is a little bit further behind than this one, but yeah, I'm really pleased. Yeah, coming along a treat. I've got some cabbage here, which again is looking really green and healthy, so that's doing well. And a bit more garlic in the back. But yeah, no sign of anything yet. Just having a little peek. In these bags, no sign yet. But it's still early days. And I've got that bed there with a bit of garlic in, but the rest will have some veg in it once again the weather warms up a bit. There's all my pots that I've put or transplanted the recycled soil. So these had me brassicas in. This soil was used to grow me brassicas, and what I've done is I've just transferred them from the containers over there and just put them in here, and the tomato soil that was in here I've put over there for me other crops, me beetroot and me cabbage and what have you. So they are all ready for my tomatoes and chilies and me cucumbers. So I might need 1 or 2 more pots, but I'll sort that out when it comes time for it. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 there ready, so that should I think do for me 2 greenhouses. The blackcurrant bush really putting on some green growth now, and my raspberries, they're really starting to put green on now, so really pleased with them. And well, this is really developing into a nice little bed now with all the daffs and what have you. And once I get all my flowers that I'm starting from seed in that greenhouse over there, once I get them in, it'll look a treat. Lupin looking really nice and healthy, but this is what I wanted to show you. This is the rhubarb, and as you can see, looking absolutely fantastic. There's some absolute massive heads which are going to develop into new leaves, but yeah, I mean, there's not much length to them, but already the thicker than my finger, and it looks like there's some, and there's my finger there to show you the size. They're massive, and they're going to produce some nice rhubarb this year. Looking forward to that. So rhubarb doing okay. All me flowers are really sort of kicking in now. Really looking nice. I love this one. Lilies doing alright, and this one really doing okay. I'm really pleased with that. And I think that's a little hyacinth coming through, I think. Anyway, and this is a slightly shaded area, so they are a little bit behind compared to the other rhubarb, but as you can see, that one's grown. And that plant there, if I'm not mistaken, is a comfrey plant that has finally took root and is coming back again this year. So really pleased I'll be able to get some comfrey tea this year, so that's good. So I'll just leave you with a little view of my garden at the moment, or garden stroke allotment at the moment, just to show you what a nice day it is and how things are starting to put on a bit of show now. And I think I'll give you a little update on me grow lights. As you can see, all my chilies are out. They were getting really hammered by the green fly and what have you, so I've tried to get them better. I've took them out of here because the warmth and everything was just making the perfect habitat for the green fly to just multiply and really ruin me chili plants. So I've took them out. Hopefully that might solve the problem, but this is all cleaned out, and I've got some fresh stuff in here. Basically I've got all me melons and cucumbers in here now, and also some sunflowers that I'm doing this year and some zinnia flowers, but as you can see, all the cucumbers and the melons, they've got there's true leaves coming now, really doing well, no sign of dampening off or anything like that. They seem to be really happy here, so that's good. And as I say, I've transplanted some zinnias, so everything in here is good, and for the moment, fingers crossed, no sign of the dreaded green fly. So I'll keep an eye on that and keep you updated as to how these grow. So that's my grow lights.